Hello everybody. In this video about Ketron Event new arranger keyboard, I have to just correct some informations that I gave you from last video. They are a little bit different. It is very hard to give you real information just looking at pictures because many of pictures are not so clear. So let me go to pictures and go back in this arranger keyboard. Now, first, let me switch to desktop that you can see everything what is happening here. And now we were able to see something here. I don't have keyboard in front of me, and I'm not working for Ketron. I'm not working for any company. I have just good relations with some people from Ketron, and I have some info about Ketron, and I'm trying to give you those information because you cannot find information. I know it is very hard if you have, for example, let me go here. If you have something like this, you know that new keyboard is on market, there is short video, you have some informations, but there is not a lot of information that you can see what is exactly happening. Now that is very popular with Korg, with other companies, even with car. If you are buying something, you have some informations, you can pre-order, but you don't know everything about it. And even if you have all information, you don't know how it works. So it is very hard to decide to buy it. It is very hard, but we who are waiting for those stuff, we want to know everything. Why company is not giving us everything? And even if they give you everything, those are information that they know. But when you get it, then you will actually then figure out, do you have something that you need or you don't have? Or maybe if you read something, maybe you have misunderstood some things of those. So let me fix some things that after looking at after looking at keyboard, I figured out something. And I was looking at some videos, so I figured out something. So I do not have all information now, but I think so I can give you some very important information. So let us go to right side of the keyboard. Sorry. This right side of the keyboard, in my last video, I told you it is for controlling effects for vocal. It would be great because it's on right side. And I think vocal always you have needs to small adjust, because if you have more people, you have to adjust a little bit delay. If you have less people in empty space, you are not sure actually in that empty space how much delay you need or how much reverb do you need for vocal. If you are singing through keyboard, I'm talking about that. But this side is actually not for vocal, it is for voice, to control your right hand. It is nice too when you play right hand. Sometimes if you play saxophone, maybe you need a little bit more reverb. Maybe you need a little bit, on some instrument you need a little bit of delay, or for example guitar solo, and after that if you play other parts, just take away delay. It is nice too. It is nice option to have it for right hand. But now how we can control left hand, I mean not left hand, how we can control vocal. We have still option. Remember here, I told you it is two assignable potentiometers that we can use, and we can control vocal with those two. I wish that this section is for maybe assignable. If we want to decide to control vocal or voice, so it would be great. Maybe Ketron should think about it in future in new operating system. They are still working, and of course it is going to be a lot of changes during life of this keyboard. So maybe in future it would be great if we can decide if we want to sing through Event. I don't sing through keyboard. Usually I sing, not usually, always I sing through my mixer. But in some situation, if I am just on small party and I don't want to bring my mixer, then I can decide to use Ketron with two speakers and sing through Ketron. But then it would be great if I can control vocal with those. So this is for controlling voice for right hand, and here we have option for on those two potentiometers to control vocal. Now, let me tell you something else. So, remember I told you voice 1, 2, 3. From picture, it was very hard to see. I was assuming that we have still voice 1, 2, and 3. But actually, we have more. We have voice 1 and 2. Let us compare that with SD90. In SD90, we have voice. When we go to voice, in voice, we have combination of 3 sounds. Now it's different story. Korg and Yamaha and Ketron, they are using different terms for some stuff. So in Korg we used to call it performance or combinations. Then we have combinations of the voices. Now here we have actually voice, and inside the voice is combination of the sounds. I'm not sure this, but I think so that if Ketron call that voice 1 and voice 2, I think that is something that we will get more that we was thinking that we'd get. Actually, we will get voice 1 with combination of 3 sounds and voice 2 with combination of 3 sounds. There is bonus. There is like Merry Christmas, people, or Happy New Year. So that is more than I was thinking in the beginning. So I think it is going to be like that. 2 voices with each of them with combination of 3 sounds. People, that is a lot. That doesn't have any arranger yet. Genos has 3 sounds and lower. Korg, 3 sounds and lower. Now, but this one is this voice has combination of 3 sounds. Then we have 2 voices, and it is actually combination of 6 sounds. Those are great things happening here with flagship keyboard from Ketron. Now, let us go to talk about something else. So, sampler. We need good sampler. Many people, they do not understand why we need mighty sampler and good sampler. Sampler is the most important reason why people play Korg. Now, many people, they do not understand some things. Why professional musicians who are on tours, and why I used to play Korg for 20 years on tours. Some people say, hey, if you cannot compare styles from Korg and styles from Genos or styles from Ketron when you buy instrument and when you play it. Yes, I agree with them. You cannot compare. And I know, and everybody knows, it is nothing new, that if you are a hobby musician, or if you are a musician who doesn't work too much on keyboard, and if you are using just styles from instrument, not making your styles, not using style that I require to be made by somebody and put a lot of effort for special kind of music. In this case, it is better option for you to buy Ketron or Yamaha Genos. Because like when you take keyboard from the store, put in front of you and play those styles that are on board, it is true that both keyboards, Ketron and Yamaha, those styles sound better than Korg styles. Only first section of Korg styles they sound great. Korg put effort to make first section of the styles, they are sounding great. Rest of the styles, they don't care too much about that. And now, what is answer why then people are buying Korg instead of buying Ketron or Yamaha? Because of usability. I'm always telling you, usability is very, very important. Because with functions that we can get, or mighty sampler, we can make whatever we need. And now, me as a professional musician, I never cared about styles on keyboard. From this keyboard SD90, I'm maybe using between 5 to 10% of styles on board, because this is what they think that hobby musician and musicians will need. But I don't need those styles. Let me go to some style section and explain you something. Let me go, go out from voices. And now I will go, for example, to ballad styles where I can find mostly styles that I can use. From this section, I'm using maybe 3 styles. From all of those styles. And one of them that I really like is here, ballad, is Pop 12/8. Then I like 70s pop, 16s ballad 1, and maybe 2 more styles I like. If I go to pop styles, I don't use any of those. So it doesn't matter how many styles you see. I don't use them. Dance styles, I use the most styles from dance styles section, but not a lot, maybe 3-4 styles. From party section, I don't use anything. From rock section, 2 to 3 styles. From country section, I don't play country music. We don't play country music from Balkan countries for many countries where musicians are using SD90 keyboard. From Europe, we don't play country music. And from swing, I'm not using any of those styles. There is no styles for me. Latin music, maybe 2. Unplugged, nothing. Folk styles, nothing. All of those styles there, they are not good for me. And we are using our styles. Believe me, in Korg, people are using 95% of their styles. And what some people are, maybe 30% of all customers of Korg, they're erasing even musical resources and putting styles to get more space for our kind of music. Because we are making styles for ourselves. If I go through my styles, I'm using styles that I made, that I need for my performing. But if you are hobby musicians and you want to have some nice sounding styles and you have money, you have retired, and you don't know where to spend, that is your hobby, then you can go on internet, search for some styles, buy styles, put it inside, play, and you're happy guy. But not professional musicians. Professional musics are making styles from scratch for them. They need their styles. When I bought Genos, from Genos I used 10% of the styles. And one of the best styles from Genos that I'm using, and actually I made it here, I put it here on my this keyboard, is 8-bit Adria. That is the best style from Genos, and maybe I have 1 rock or 2 rock. From whole styles from Genos section, I'm using maybe just 5 styles that I made for Ketron, because I don't need them. And remember, when Genos had second update, they gave us package of the 50 styles. From 50 styles, and that is happening to you when you buy package of the styles. You're a professional musician, you think, oh, 50 styles. But now we learned from those 50 styles, just Canadian rock I liked. Just Canadian rock. Maybe because I'm Canadian, but not, I'm just joking. It is very often when you buy package with 50 styles that from all those styles, you like 1, 2, 3 styles, maximum 5 styles. So that number, 50, doesn't mean anything. So that is explanation for all of you who are telling, oh, but why do you play Korg? Because Korg styles, they sound so great like Ketron styles or Yamaha Genos styles. Yes, that is correct. But as I mentioned, I'm not using that styles. I want to make styles. And when it comes to make styles, then I'm stuck. I don't have enough sampling memory on Ketron. And I don't have some features that I need on Yamaha. But skilled musician, when he makes chord on right way, believe me, it sounds amazing. Many of you from Australia, from those places where I was. They heard my keyboard and they know how it sounds. You have to personalize keyboard to yourself. Nobody cannot make styles for you. If you are pro musician and you are playing serious stuff, there is no set of styles or something or keyboard that is working for you. You have to make keyboard that works for you. That's why we need options. And we need sound. Now, Mighty Korg sampler. Very powerful, easy to use, and almost unlimited. Actually, it's unlimited for needs that we need. Let us compare that with Ketron. Now, with Ketron SD90. Just 30 multi-samples. And I'm skeptic about this new Ketron that is coming, Ketron Event. I think it is not going to be more than 30 multi-samples or 31, 32, because Ketron needs a year or two to just increase number for one multi-sample. I don't think so that is going to be more. But, there is but. If you have Korg, you must sample drums. You must sample drum kits. And you can spend days, months, years, and you will never get on level of the drums that you have in SD90. You can get very close. You can have nice sounds, but SD90 has the best drum sounds, period. Yamaha has very interesting sounds. Nice for recording in studio, for some background music, but for powerful sound, realistic sound on big system, you cannot compare anything to Ketron. As I told you, I am not working for Ketron. I am not Ketron lover, or I don't hate Korg, I don't hate Genos. I like all of them. I'm just thinking what I can get from them and telling to you honestly. And I'm always honest to you. And those are my opinions. You can have your opinions. I have great respect for your opinions. You don't need to agree with me. Ketron has drums that are sounding beautiful. I don't care too much about audio drums, about audio sounds. As I mentioned, that doesn't mean anything to me. Because we musicians, when we have keyboard, we want to make sure that we can make personal styles on high level with a lot of details. And that is MIDI. But if we have good samples and MIDI options that Ketron has, we are able to do that. Ketron has to do some work on make Ketron more stable. If we are doing work on Cubase, like that MIDI interface, they have to work on that MIDI USB MIDI interface. They have to put a lot of effort to do something there. Now, with Korg, you have to sample bass guitar. You must take sample of the bass guitar because bass guitars in Korg, they are terrible. They are so muddy. They are destroying your mix. But if you have good sample of bass guitar, you will get better result. With drums, with sample, you will fix your problems with Korg. And you will have good sound. It will be much better sound that you can get for live performing, in my opinion, than Yamaha. Than Yamaha Genos. For big concert, a real job. If you are playing background music and if you are using styles from board, then you can use Yamaha Genos. But that is my opinion, people. Hey, I like Yamaha Genos. And I told you what I wish from Yamaha. I wish that they can make a keyboard that can work without computer, like Tyros 4. For example, Genos package in Genos 2, 61 keys, a little bit just better dimensions, not big beast, where you have to buy big case and then it cannot fit in your car and it cannot go on plane because you have to pay overweight, oversized fees, and maybe if it's over 25 or 24 kilo, then you have to travel, you have to put a keyboard on cargo flight. So Then, if they do that, or if they do module, ooh, I will be more than happy to have module package in Yamaha flagship. I will be more than happy. And not only me, a lot of people, and there are always customers who can decide to have main keyboard, for example, Korg or any of those, and then couple modules around him. Then they have all of them, and they can take them very easily, connect, and they have choice, a lot of choice. I'm talking about professional musicians. Now, with Ketron SD90, you don't need to sample drums, you don't need to sample bass guitar, and you saved on sampling memory. You saved. Because on sample memory, then you don't need so much space like on Korg on Genos. But still, 30 multi-sample, it is not enough. Some people are asking me, hey, that is not enough to you, 30 multi-samples. Because they don't know what I am doing. They don't know that I need a lot of sounds that are required for use, specific sounds that I cannot find here. What example if I don't like this bouzouki? It is good bouzouki, but it is not bouzouki that I need. I have to sample bouzouki, and that is true. Tamburica sound. I need 3-4 tamburica sound. Accordion. It is not just accordion. I'm talking about 8 multi-samples minimum. Because I need Guarini, I need Dalapa accordion. In my country, those are iconic sounds. In all older sounds, I want to have authentic sound of Dalapa accordion. And Guarini is different kind of sound. If I play another kind of music and new music, I want to have that sound. And I want to more explore, to have new accordion sounds as well. So I need there maybe 10 to 12 multi-samples. So guitars, there is a lot of nice guitars here, but only 1 or 2 that are fitting in my needs. So what I need, that's why I sampled guitars. I need several guitar samples, and there is no keyboard with good guitar samples. There are just a couple of virtual instruments that sounds great. So I have to sample virtual instruments or real guitar to get sound that I want to hear and that my ears want to hear, and that is going to give me inspiration in performing and playing. So how many guitars I need? 5 to 10 guitars, beside of accordions and guitars. So now, number of samples in multi-sample. People think that 30 samples inside of multi-samples or 30 splits is enough. It is not enough. Minimum we need, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let us say, and we need every semitone. Remember, when you play accordion, when you press key, they are not the same. They doesn't sound same. If I have one sample and I have to put it on 3 keys, it is same sample. Just change pitch. But on actual accordion, it is not same. On actual guitar, it is not same. Guitar doesn't sound the same. Harmonics are totally different on different key. And I want to get those harmonics for that particular key on accordion or instrument. So that's why I want to sample every key. If I have a limit of 30 multi-samples, that is not enough to me. That is not. If I want to sample piano or something with more requirement, that is not enough. So that's why we need more than, actually, number of the samples inside of multi-sample must be unlimited, like in Korg and Yamaha. It must be unlimited. There is no discussion. Number of multi-samples, it should be higher than 30. I can maybe survive with 30, but hardly. I will just survive, and I will just as a compromise, I will say, okay, I have good sound, I have good drums, I have 30 samples, maybe main samples that I really need. I can do that, but I will not be fully satisfied with that, and I will not be happy about that. I need more. I need more. Let us say, it is very hard to say number now, but so let me say, if I had 50 multi-samples that I can have in Ketron, I would be happy. 50 and more, but 30, it is not enough. Maybe for now, but Ketron has to work on that. So to finish this video, it's already maybe long, but a lot of nice information, I guess, so for you. So let me resume everything. So right side of the keyboard is actually for voice 1. Multi-samples, I assume it is going to be same like on SD90, 30 multi-samples, sample mode. So that number 8000 and something doesn't say anything. It is just one number that is given to us that we can now to think what is going on there. But I think it is going to be, I don't have those information, but I have that in my, here in my back of my head. I'm thinking, hey, I don't think so they are going to do a lot about multi-samples. They have to work on that. But okay, we are getting new keyboard with a lot of nice goodies. So for now, we will wait. They have to work very hard, and soon I will give it to us. At least if that sampler is working well, without problems. People, please, Ketron people, give us keyboard without problems. Look at what Korg did. Look at what Korg did. That keyboard that I that I was trying in Hamilton, that was in the morning, it didn't work. Afternoon, it was work. Then tomorrow, it didn't work. Then the after tomorrow, it works. They returned it to Korg because we don't want to buy keyboard with bugs. One person told me he doesn't have bugs. I don't think so that he used hardly that keyboard, and he maybe just he took what is there and tried it too much, but he didn't work enough to feel those bugs. But I know 10 people who are complaining about that keyboard, and I am one of them who tried keyboard, who came and experienced touchscreen didn't work. So it is not good for Korg. We were waiting for keyboard for many years. I think from 2014. So it's 7-8 years we were waiting. And when we got keyboard, everybody was happy. And for a couple of days, that keyboard was at Thoman's site on the number 1 place. But after people realized that there is a lot of wrong things about that keyboard and missing stuff, they stopped. It doesn't mean that it will change everything when they have new operating system. That is great keyboard, very powerful keyboard, very good keyboard, new engine, new sound, good looking keyboard, but they need just new stable operating system with functions and everything that should be on that keyboard. And it will change everything. Right away after new operating system, we will get new story and people will start again to buy that keyboard. Now, Ketron people are very close to release more information about this keyboard, maybe end of this month, I guess so, because if they are planning next month to have keyboard on market, they should be ready very soon to release rest of the informations if they want to sell that keyboard. And if keyboard is on market, then we will see what is going to happen. I am waiting for that keyboard to see it, but I don't think so that I will buy it. I will buy module because I don't want to spend money on something that I really don't need. If I have opportunity to have that keyboard for a couple days just to explore it, to give you idea, to help you to make decision to buy that keyboard, it will be good for you and for company. But we will see. Maybe it will be some chance. So see you in my next video. Thank you very much for watching my videos and have a great day.